Hyun Woo accidentally left a hint. Is Lee Se Hee the muse that made his heart flutter? The atmosphere is charged with tension. The internet is buzzing with speculation. What seemed like a passing comment has now set off a wave of curiosity that refuses to die down. Was it a mere slip of the tongue, or a window into a deeper, hidden affection? Fans are dissecting every word, every glance, every shared moment between the two stars. Could Lee Se Hee truly be the quiet inspiration behind Hyun Woo's recent glow? Join Red Carpet Revealed as we uncover the clues, connect the dots, and explore the story everyone's talking about, starting right now. It was supposed to be just another routine promotional event, bright lights, carefully worded answers, scripted laughter echoing across the hall. But as the cameras rolled and reporters scribbled notes, something unexpected pierced through the polished surface of celebrity control. Hyun Woo, ever composed, ever guarded, let his mask slip for just a second. It wasn't a scandalous confession or an overt gesture. No, it was far more dangerous. It was subtle. A sentence, a tone, a glance. And in that moment, the energy in the room shifted. The media might have missed it, but fans? Fans heard everything. There's always one person who brings something out of me that no one else can. I think I've found that again. No name. No direct mention. But his eyes told the story. His pause screamed louder than any headline. He was talking about someone, and the internet had one name in mind. Lee Se Hee. The beginning. Sparks on screen. Whispers off camera. The first time Hyun Woo and Lee Se Hee shared a screen was during the filming of Young Lady and Gentleman, a weekend drama that took over Korean households like wildfire. Their characters' slow-burning romance was addictive, but what truly mesmerized the audience was the raw, electric chemistry between them. It was something that couldn't be faked. Viewers began picking up on it quickly. The way Hyun Woo looked at Lee Se Hee during outtakes, just a few seconds longer than necessary. How she smiled at him when he wasn't even looking. Behind the scenes footage became treasure troves for eagle-eyed fans searching for signs of a real-life spark. And then came the awards ceremony. My heart was beating because of her. When Hyun Woo unexpectedly won the grand prize at the 2021 KBS Drama Awards, he stood on stage, overwhelmed, and then dropped the first hint that set the fandom on fire. My heart beat because of Lee Se Hee. He said it so calmly, yet with a sincerity that shook the room. Lee Se Hee, sitting in the audience, could barely hide her surprise. The internet exploded overnight. Was it a metaphor? A joke? Or something more? Publicists scrambled. The agencies issued vague statements. But the seed had been planted. Ever since then, every interaction between the two has been scrutinized, dissected, romanticized. And now, years later, that seed seems ready to bloom. Recent hint, mistake or message? At the recent press event promoting their upcoming reunion drama, Hyun Woo was asked a casual question about his growth as an actor. What he gave was far from a casual answer. I've found that inspiration again. It's familiar, and yet it feels new every time. To some, it may have sounded like an artistic reflection, but fans knew better. His body language changed when he said it. He looked down, smiled, softly, most protectively. It was the same smile he used to give her in between takes. Within minutes, social media had caught the scent. Theories flourished. Fan compilations resurfaced. Of their silent glances, their accidental touches, their moments of silence that screamed louder than any script. Fans are convinced, this is their soft launch. TikTok went wild with the theory that this hint was Hyun Woo's way of softly launching his relationship with Lee Se Hee. Instead of flashy dates or leaked photos, he was doing it in the most poetic way, through words only true fans would understand. Fan art flooded Instagram. Editors cut together heart-fluttering montages. The phrase Hyun Se Hee era began trending in multiple countries. Even international fans who had never watched a K-drama before were suddenly deep diving into their every scene. But amidst the chaos, Lee Se Hee remained silent until a radio interview 3 days later. Lee Se Hee speaks, kind of. Asked if she had heard Hyun Woo's recent remarks, she smiled shyly and said, "He has a way of saying things that make you think. I'm grateful he feels inspired." Cryptic. Careful. But the tone was unmistakably warm. She didn't deny it. She didn't deflect. She left the door open, just wide enough for hope to slip through. Entertainment insiders have started whispering, too. A staff member from the original drama claimed, "They were always close." But after the show ended, I heard they stayed in touch, often. Another insider from the current project revealed, "You can tell when two people have history. They have it." Could it be that they've been quietly seeing each other all along? Or did something reignite during this recent collaboration? Last month, a grainy fan photo surfaced online. Two vans parked side by side in a quiet studio parking lot. One reportedly belonged to Hyun Woo. The other, undeniably, was Lee Se Hee's. No one saw them together. There were no photographs of them stepping out or in. Fans noticed that both remained inside their vehicles for over 20 minutes. Were the engines off? No staff entered, no assistants were seen. Just two silent, parked vans. That photo alone was enough to reignite the theory. They were still in contact, still close, still something. A private moment? A quick reunion? Or perhaps, just a shared silence away from the noise? Eyes never lie. During a recent promotional shoot, fans noticed another telling detail. In one of the behind-the-scenes clips, Hyun Woo was watching someone off camera. His smile shifted, softened. That same half-smile. Unmistakable look that once only appeared when Lee Se Hee was nearby. Seconds later, she walked into frame. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't edited for drama. It was real. Raw. The kind of moment that tells a story no interview ever could. And just like that, the fans who believed had proof, not the kind that would hold in court, but the kind that holds in hearts. A love story written between the lines? Hyun Woo isn't known for being flashy. He's not the type to post cryptic love messages on social media or stage paparazzi moments outside coffee shops. He's an old soul in a chaotic industry, known for keeping his personal life locked away from the headlines. That's what makes this possible romance all the more intense, because if Hyun Woo is hinting at something, then it must matter deeply. Lee Se Hee, though newer to the spotlight, has always carried herself with grace and emotional restraint. If she's staying silent, it may not be because there's nothing to say, but because she knows exactly how much her silence protects. This isn't a publicity stunt. This isn't an agency manufactured pairing. This feels different. Real. The fandom splits. As with all celebrity rumors, fandom is divided. One half passionately ships them, this as a fairy tale unfolding in real time, and pages flood timelines with edits, poems, hashtags like #Muse of Hyun Woo, #Se Hee Magic, and #Love written in silence. The other half urges caution. They warn against reading too much into fleeting moments, arguing that projecting romance onto two professionals may place unnecessary pressure on them both. Some even fear that the attention might cause the actors to distance themselves further, just to protect whatever it is they share. But both sides agree on one thing: there's something there, and that something refuses to be ignored. Will there be a reveal? Industry insiders suggest that Hyun Woo's agency has been carefully monitoring public reaction. A few even claim that management originally advised him against making that hint at the press event, but he chose to say it anyway. One close source commented anonymously, "He's never been the type to speak unless he meant it. If he said it, it wasn't by accident." So what comes next? A public statement? A quiet confirmation? Or perhaps more moments, subtle, unscripted, and devastatingly romantic, that fans will piece together until the truth becomes undeniable? Only time will tell. In the end, maybe it was always her. In a world that craves drama, chaos, and controversy, maybe the greatest love stories are the ones told in whispers, in glances, in the spaces between words. Hyun Woo never needed to shout his truth from rooftops, because one sentence, one look, one unguarded moment was more than enough. Maybe Lee Se Hee has been the muse all along, the heartbeat behind his best performances, behind his smile, the spark he couldn't quite hide, the flutter he tried to contain, but couldn't. Stay with Red Carpet Revealed as we continue to follow the love story that might just be Korea's most poetic romance in the making. Because whether they speak or not, one thing is clear: their story is already being written, in the hearts of everyone who's